everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Reactee, and as promised and decided via poll on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, it is the first of the Fright Night Friday installments. Sitting here actually a little before midnight on Thursday actually. So it'll be a Friday morning thing. But today we're going to take a quick look at top 7 scary ghost videos of extremely unnerving encounters. So let's go.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Get ready to dive into 7 scary videos of paranormal activity caught on camera. Number 1. Reddit user Kingsonite took to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit seeking answers to a spine-chilling video captured by his home security camera. At 9:39 p.m., this Reddit user received a notification that motion was detected in his backyard. But as he closely inspected the footage, he was left with more questions than answers. As the camera was facing the backyard, something peculiar...
Yeah, it looks like mist, but it's shooting in one direction. That is insane.
Suddenly broke the stillness. A large misty anomaly quickly darted across the yard. Then just a few moments later, a second anomaly sprinted into frame and towards the left. This phantom mist did not resemble a person. And after reviewing this video several times, I realized it somewhat resembles a horse galloping through the
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It kind of looked like a horse.
yard. According to this Reddit user, he doesn't own any horses and has never seen any nearby. So how exactly do we explain this misty presence? Number 2. Over on TikTok, a bone-chilling video was posted by a man named Brandon that caught the attention of over 10 million people. Brandon revealed that his father, in his younger years, frequently dabbled with a Ouija board,
Never do that. Ouija boards are terrible luck for the most part. And I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube where something goes wrong and something happens to the board. It gets destroyed. Magically gets destroyed. Yeah, don't play with Ouija boards if you don't have to.
Eerie and unsettling responses from the other side. But one mistake he always made when using the board was never saying goodbye. As the years passed, his father was plagued by a series.
And that is a big issue. If you do believe in that stuff, fine. But if you do, follow the rules, say goodbye. A spirit might get attached to the board, but if you say goodbye, it should not get attached to you. That's just the rules, though.
Of unsettling paranormal events. But it wasn't until years later that his son Brandon finally managed to catch one of these unnerving occurrences on camera.
Ay, cabrón. No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches. No.
Brandon soon began recording after hearing strange noises coming from the other room. Already freaked out, he cautiously opened the door, nervous to see what he might find on the other side. He scanned the room, and that's when he noticed this. A pale, ghostly face appeared to be watching.
Oh. It is. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. Eye, ear. What the heck? Yeah, that's a unique one.
Watching him from around the corner. But as he stepped back in fear, this face quickly ducked back behind the wall. Brandon nervously stepped into the kitchen, but there was no one to be found. And as he struggled to catch his breath, the door to his bedroom mysteriously slammed shut. These terrifying events have left Brandon to wonder if this is the same entity that tormented his father for all those years. Number 3. Over on the Grizzly Gaz YouTube channel, a man named Gaz has been documenting his wild camping adventures for the last 2 years.
That's something. I would not camp in anywhere that has bears. Like I used to work in the interior of BC, and they had bears everywhere. We drove our trucks following families of bears, I guess you call them. They're not really packs, but families of bears, a mom and a bunch of cubs or adolescents, and they were everywhere. I would not camp there.
And by his side for every trip is his adorable dog Fendi. One day the two ventured into some local woodlands, making their way deeper and deeper into the brush in search for the perfect spot to set up camp. Sometime later, once his tent was set up and a fire was going, Gaz finally kicked back to relax in his hammock. But as he did, he began to hear something coming from the darkness of the woods.
If it's the banging, it almost sounds like there's somebody out there chopping wood or a bear walking on something. To me, so far, it doesn't sound unnatural, and the dog's not even reacting to it, so...
Gaz looked around, trying to find the source of these bizarre noises. But after some time, he forgot all about it as he began to cook dinner. And as the steak sizzled over the open fire, Gaz lay back in his hammock when those strange noises once again returned. Fendi by his side, he scanned the area and searched for the source of these noises. With no animals or people in sight, he was left a little on edge. After eating dinner and getting settled into his tent, he prepared to get some sleep. But as he laid in the darkness with his eyes closed, the faint unsettling rustle of something moving caught his attention.
What the f*** is that?
Okay, now I kind of hear it more. It sounds more like there's something walking around him. That is a little sketchy.
Oh, come on, someone's with us. Oh, God, with us, haven't they? Holy. What the? What the? I know it's someone fucking with me. Got a big dog here. And a nice knife with your name on it.
He sat in the dark, intently listening to what was happening around him. And as he gathered his courage and stuck his camera outside, a truly terrifying sound was caught. What can only be described as the sounds of an otherworldly creature began to screech, sending echoes throughout the forest. Gaz bravely stepped outside of his tent, aiming his flashlight directly ahead as he announced that he had a knife. He eventually crawled back into his tent, but sleep was no longer an option. And as he sat in silence, he eventually heard footsteps getting alarmingly close.
It almost sounds like somebody's in his camp just tearing through his stuff.
Hi. I can hear you.
He sat motionless as he began to hear something rubbing the outside of his tent. After calling out and saying that he can hear them, the sound of loud thumping footsteps can be heard running away. These unsettling footsteps did not sound like they came from an animal. But if they didn't, then who was outside of his tent and what exactly did they want? Number 4. This next video unfortunately comes from an unknown source. The video itself is extremely short, but it was more than enough to make me do a double take. One day as a woman named Helen was recording a video, she unknowingly caught a ghostly silhouette standing directly in front of her. Because it happened so fast, I'll replay the video several times to give you a better look.
Okay, that.
She unknowingly caught a ghostly silhouette standing directly in front of her. Because it happened so fast, I'll replay the video several times to give you a better look. After turning the camera away from herself, a dark silhouette of a man can be seen standing eerily close to where she was. This shadowy figure looked to immediately begin to fade away as soon as the camera was pointed in its direction. Without a source, it's hard to know exactly what was going on here. And because it looks like this video was recorded on a foot, finding out what this figure truly is becomes even more difficult. Number 5. A TikTok user named Dakota posts random videos from her daily life online. But out of the 16 videos on her account, one of them stands out from the rest. Early one morning, Dakota was getting ready for school, straightening her hair in front of a mirror. She set up her phone to record a quick video of the back of her hair, just to make sure she didn't miss a spot. But when she later rewatched this video, she heard something that sent a chill down her spine. Soon after turning around, a ghostly voice can be heard calling out. When rewatching this video, she almost missed it, as this faint whisper can barely be heard. But after replaying it over and over, she's fairly certain that this voice is saying, "Dakota, shut it down."
Of course, now that they said that, or now that she said that, I'm pretty sure I'm just hearing what I've been told to hear. It could be something else as far as I know, but yeah.
Her eyes widened and her stomach dropped after realizing that this eerie voice was saying her name. People in the comments also believe this voice could be saying, "You should have known."
No, Dakota shut it down sounds closer than "you should have known." There's definitely a syllable before the "you" that they're not taking into account.
But let me know what you hear. Number 6. A man named Tristan is someone you've seen on this channel several times before. His TikTok account is entirely dedicated to documenting the reoccurring haunting he's been dealing with for the last 2 years. Often while he's home alone, the unnerving sound of disembodied footsteps walking around him catch his attention, along with eerie bangs and knocks that almost sound like they're coming from inside the walls. The activity in his apartment seemed to calm down and stop completely for a few weeks, but that suddenly changed when Tristan began to hear this. clear sound of someone knocking came from inside of his bathroom. But as he swung open the door, he discovered there was no one inside. As he scanned the room to show that no one was hiding, these ominous knocks began to come from his second bathroom. He opened the door, only to once again prove that no one was inside causing this. Just 3 days later, while trying to fall asleep, loud bangs echoed through his apartment. He immediately got up and began recording.
If this was my apartment, I'd say, no, landlord, I am out. Because unless there's like a crawl space above or below, probably below his apartment, then there should not be any knocking there. That is creepy as heck.
And managed to catch this.
Sounds like the drum of the washing machine. Where's that coming from? Is that one of the patio windows? Really?
The banging seemed to get louder and more aggressive as he walked towards the hallway, and as he showed his living room, dining room, and kitchen, there was no one to be found as always. At this point, it's almost like he's living with an annoying roommate, a roommate that happens to be dead and inconsiderate. Number 7. When it comes to basements, a good amount of people have at least the slightest fear of being alone in one, often due to the dim lighting, confined spaces, and the thought of what could possibly be lurking inside. Well, a YouTube user known as an everyday...
Another thing about basements is most of them are underground, or at least partially underground. Not a lot of people have good feelings about being underground. I mean, some people are fine with it. I mean, I'm not claustrophobic, and only about maybe the top quarter of the basement walls are exposed. Everything else is underground. So yeah, it doesn't bother me too much, but I know there are people that do not like the thought of being underground. So...
A Canadian has even more reasons to be afraid. One night, he was the only person awake in his house when he began to hear banging coming from his basement. He decided to venture downstairs with a camera in hand to find out what could possibly be causing these noises. But what happened next sent him running in fear.
Hey guys, an everyday Canadian. I was upstairs and I'm hearing banging. Now, I just did the laundry not too long ago. I know it's not the laundry machine because I know what it sounds like. And there is literally sounds coming in my basement right now, and it's freaking me out. Kids are upstairs asleep, and I'm gonna go down and check right now. This is freaky right now because I rarely go in my basement. It's an unfinished basement. Holy shit. Oh, what the f is that sound? Like, holy shit. Like, I don't even want to go down there. Holy shit. It's f***ing dark. Hold on, guys. Let me just get my light on here quick. Holy shit. This is freaking me out. Holy shit. Oh, God. I hate basements. My laundry machine just stopped. It's just me in the basement. Holy crap. What the f was that? What the f?
He cautiously made his way down the steps, carefully looking around the room to ensure that he was alone. But as he stood there, the toy cart suddenly slid forward completely on its own. This subtle movement immediately caught his attention when the cart unexpectedly lunged forward in his direction. The eerie movement of this cart looks like it was pushed by an unseen force, and just the sight of this was enough to make this man rush back upstairs.
It almost did a wheelie right at him. That was pretty cool.
But was this an actual paranormal event caught on camera? I'll let you decide. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more from your boy.
Well, that is the first installment of Fright Night Fridays with me, Reactee. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe because it's free. Helps out the channel. And if these do well enough, we may keep them going. Also, follow Fearsome. He had some great videos today. And that'll be it. We'll catch you all next Friday. Bye-bye.